Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Constantinople, and I am back with another video. We're gonna get into Netflix, The Defenders. Yes, sir. Okay, my review on the Defenders. All right. Now, I'm a real big time comic book nerd, so I know what I'm talking about, particularly with this series, The Defenders. Now, for those out there who do not understand the Marvel Universe, the Defenders were the answer to the Avengers, all right? And the Defenders were teamed up and set up with characters that were, let's just say, not Avenger material, outcasts of the Marvel Universe. You know, in other words, you have the Beatles, a popular music group, I'm gonna use this analogy, and you have the Amigos, all right? So it's like a downgrade of a bunch of superheroes that band together, and they really formed together in the comic book world because of their particular universe was in peril, all right? And that's what the Defenders are, right? Now, the Defenders consist of Luke Cage, Iron Fist, which, a little side note to Luke Cage and Iron Fist, in the comic book world, they were considered Power Man and Iron Fist, all right? And Luke Cage was Iron Man's alias, all right? And then you have Daredevil and the Jones chick. I forgot her name. I wasn't a real big fan of hers, and most of her notoriety is from collaborating with other characters in the Marvel Universe. But she's got the most press from her TV show on Netflix. Okay, I forgot. Like I said, I forgot the girl name because I wasn't a huge fan of hers. All right. Now, these guys band together because of recent events that are plaguing New York City Hell's Kitchen. All right. Now, all of these characters, their stories are pretty much wrapped and centered around New York City, right? And there's something going on with the city, and a lot of people, I mean, at first they believe it was the Hand, which the Hand does have a hand in doing it, I mean, with the situation, all right? But the boss of all bosses of the Hand, I mean, of this big this plan in wiping out New York City is Sylvania Weaver's character. Now, at first they was going to take their time with this plan, and over the course of time, it was going to develop to where it's going to be chaos in New York City. But with Miss Weaver's character, Sylvania Weaver's character, she is dying, all right? She has a life-threatening disease. The doctors are not promising her not much longer on the world. I mean of her being there. As far as they're not sure she's got weeks, months, or even days. All right. So she's putting this plan. She's fast forwarding through this plan because she wants to see the results of this plan, and she wants this plan acted out because she wants to wipe out New York City and start it, you know, back fresh again. All right, because she doesn't like what's going on with New York City. It's very corrupted. Even though she's corrupted, there's a lot of things that are going on that she don't consider jiving with. So she wants to eliminate and wipe out New York City, all right? Pretty much in the comic book world, I might add, if you want to know exactly what's going to transpire and happen, you can just read the comic books. But I'm pretty sure with this series, they're going to put a twist to it, make it interesting, and make comic book nerds like myself continue to watch and support this mini series. All right, now it sort of kind of ties and wraps all the other individual character stories. All right, the last time we saw Luke Cage, he was locked up in prison for a crime that he didn't commit, and he went and served his time. He still has his powers, and they wrapped that up kind of fast and kind of hurry. Matt Murdock's friend, lawyer Froggy, was in the court proceedings to get him out, to clear his name, because he didn't do this crime, okay, which he successfully did. All right. As far as the Daredevil character, Matt Murdock, it seems like he came. They wrapped his stories up very fast and very briefly. They wrapped him up because he no longer needs the Daredevil persona to still impact things that are going on and affecting Hell's Kitchen, New York City. So in some way, he retired the Daredevil character, okay, and he's moving on with his life. He still remained broke up to his girl, because the main girl, the lawyer, he has an attraction for her, but at the same time, he still have feelings for Elektra, and he believes Elektra is dead, and he's mourning her loss, and he's trying to juggle which girl that he has the most affection and attraction for, which later on, I'm not going to do any spoiler alerts on Elektra, but you're going to have to see the series. She's going to be introduced as well. As far as Iron Fist goes, they pretty much wrapped his story briefly. They didn't really, they really didn't really wrap the story, but they sort of threw some tea leaves out there to where he's still searching for the hand. All right, he's like in the sewers fighting this character, and you don't see the face of the character, and I'm pretty sure the character name is going to be known in this series. But however, I feel like the next villain that he has to deal with in the Iron Man universe, the Iron Man series, is going to be in the second installment, the second season of Iron Man. They'll briefly talk about the character, but they're not going to expose the character to the Defenders universe in the Defenders series, right? And then you have Jennifer Jones, Jane Jones, whatever her name is. They was wrapping up her series as well. Really nothing too much to wrap on her series, just fitting her into this particular universe. All right, so they sort of kind of bridge all the characters in this Defenders universe. All right, at first they haven't met yet, they haven't been introduced yet, and slowly but surely they're building the chemistry between all four of these characters. Now, I saw the first two episodes. Okay, to me, the first two episodes is pretty much incorporating all the characters together, and giving you guys why they're going to band together, what's going on with New York City, and what's going on with the Hand, as well as Sigourney Weaver's character, and the struggle she has to deal with internally. All right, she is not patient. At first, she's known to be this patient thinker. She kind of want things to develop on its own. But now, since she's got this life-threatening disease, now she's trying to fast forward this plan real fast and real quick, okay? And the lady who's the boss of the hand is starting to notice that. She starts to notice that there's something going on with her thought process, okay? And she doesn't want to wait. She just kind of wants to just hurry up and get this thing over with. Now, no one knows about her and her illness, and I'm pretty sure everyone's going to find out later on. But to me, I felt like a couple of things about the two episodes. I kind of like how the way how they directed and on a visual standpoint, the way how they're incorporating and allowing novice to not get lost in the story. All right. So what I mean by that is when you go into like Luke Cage's story, so novice won't get confused, when they're only talking about Luke Cage and his situation, what's affecting on his side of town, you start to, the tempo changes up a little bit faster. It starts incorporating the hip hop culture aspect to it. There are a lot of brighter colors, like fall type colors, the autumn type colors, to let you know that, all right, we're transitioning from a scene with Daredevil to Luke Cage, all right, as well as Iron Fist. It's an olive green type effect to it. It has some brightness in it. Dang, what's the color I'm looking for? Shoot, it's very bright green. Okay, and when you and the tempo is a little bit slower, but you know, it goes into an oriented type of feeling, like you know, like you're going to a foreign land or something, like in a land that a magical, mythical land. All right. And when you go into Daredevil's situation, it becomes midnight, royal red. It's dark. It's got a lot of shadow play involved into it. It makes you feel, and it incorporates that Daredevil is he got the impression. I mean, in Daredevil's standpoint, he's by himself. He's doing this on his own. It got that type of feeling and jive to it, as well as the Jones character. She's it's all white like winter. All right. Because she's a cold type of individual. She has this appeal about herself, like she really don't care about anybody, and she only cares about herself, and she doesn't want to involve herself with other people. One of the characters who looks out for her, you want to call it look out for her, the male, he kind of centers her. She's the type of individual that she finds reasons not to help you. And this particular person, this guy kind of centers her, center her. Can I say that? Center her into, you know, getting focused, staying on track, because there may be something going on. All right. She's quick to say, it's no big deal. Like one lady came to her talking about her husband hasn't been home, and she immediately assumed that he was cheating, and she was about to just, okay, he's cheating, you need to find a divorce lawyer. Okay, there's nothing going on here. All right. And after several attempts to get her to understand, she says, okay, I'm going to take the case, even though she kept saying she's not taking the case, but in actuality, she's taking the case. Okay. So You got all of that going on in these 2 episodes. All right. What I think about it thus far, it's a good show. All right. I had concerns because when you look at the characters' individual series, the Jennifer Jones, whatever her name is, I was never interested in her series. As a comic book nerd, I was really never interested in her from the get-go. I felt like the Iron Fist series, I felt like they dragged it on too much. And the reason why I felt like they dragged it a little too long, and to me it was kind of boring. And the reason why, to me, why they did that, because when you look at Iron Fist, the character, if you're a comic book nerd, he really wasn't a character that that people were fond, either loved or hate. He was just pretty much there. All right, that's why they paired Iron Fist with Luke Cage. Both of these characters in the comic book world, nobody really, was too fond of them. They was pretty much stuck in the middle. They didn't necessarily hated the characters, but they was never interested in the characters. Okay, that's why these 2 paired up in the comic book world. Okay, now as far as Luke Cage and Daredevil, I think, they did a lot of things right with these characters. Okay, and it goes back to what I said in the beginning of this video, when I said the reason why they formed the Defenders. These heroes are not necessarily important heroes in the Marvel universe. They was pretty much the outcasts of the Marvel universe. Okay, the Defenders, it wouldn't surprise me if the Defenders added Spider-Man to them, but Spider-Man is more of a popular icon character than anybody on the Defenders. All right, but to me, that's what's plaguing when you talk about these characters' bios. All right, they're not necessarily attractive characters. However, what they did with Daredevil, what they did with Luke Cage, it seems like they was on the right track of things. Okay, and that's to me, I think that's good. That's good in a mindset. Let me position my camera right. Can I say camera? Okay, so that's what's going on with these 2. What's going on with Luke Cage? What's going on with? And let me see. This sun is really bothering me. This sun is bothering me. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's what's going on in with this series. I think I like what I see thus far. To me, it's one of those type of series that you guys need to go check out. And I'm gonna do more reviews on what's going on with Luke Cage, or with the Defenders, as I keep and continue watching the episodes. All right, when you talk about the 2 episodes, they're not boring. They're very interesting. They're very thoughtful, and they intertwine